Once upon a time, in a small village at the edge of a great forest, there lived a poor boy named Jack. Jack had a little fairy bird named Spark. The beautiful fairy bird loved to ride on Jack's shoulder. Jack and Spark were the best of friends. They did everything together, exploring the forest, climbing trees, and playing by the river. Despite their fun adventures, Jack always felt a bit sad because they were very poor. They didn't have much to eat and Jack's clothes were old and full of holes. One sunny morning, while wandering in the forest, Jack stumbled upon a glowing seed. Jack picked it up and noticed it was warm to the touch. As he held it, Spark breathed out a tiny flame on it. And suddenly, the seed started to grow. It grew and grew until it became a huge, thick vine that reached up into the sky. "Wow, Spark! This vine is magical!" Jack exclaimed. Curious and excited, Jack and Spark decided to climb the vine. Up and up they went, higher and higher, until they reached the clouds. To their surprise, the vine had turned into a bridge made of shimmering leaves and flowers. "This must lead to somewhere amazing," Jack said, his eyes wide with wonder. Jack and Spark walked across the bridge and found themselves in a magical land. Everything sparkled and shone like jewels. The grass was emerald green, the flowers were like precious gems, and the trees had golden leaves. They saw animals they had never seen before, talking rabbits, dancing deer, and birds with rainbow feathers. "Hello there," said a friendly rabbit in a tiny suit. "Welcome to Magic Heaven. You must be hungry. Come with me." Jack and Spark followed the rabbit to a grand feast laid out on a table made of crystal. There was more food than Jack had ever seen, fruits of every color, cakes that sparkled with sugar, and steaming pies that smelled delicious. Jack and Spark ate until they were full. After the feast, Jack and Spark explored Magic Heaven. They played with the animals, swam in a lake that shimmered like diamonds, and rode on the backs of giant butterflies. They had so much fun that they forgot all their worries. But as the sun began to set, Jack started to feel sad. "Spark, we can't stay here forever. We have to go home," he said, his voice heavy with disappointment. Spark nodded, understanding Jack's feelings. They said goodbye to their new friends and walked back to the bridge. As they crossed, Jack felt a bit frightened. What if the magic disappeared and they couldn't go back home? When they reached the bottom of the vine, Jack noticed something strange. His old clothes were now new and clean, and his pockets were filled with gold coins and jewels. The magic of the vine had given him everything he needed. "Spark, look! We're rich!" Jack shouted with joy. From that day on, Jack and Spark lived happily. They never went hungry again, and Jack was able to help his village with the treasure he brought back. The villagers, in turn, loved and respected Jack for his kindness and bravery. And so, the poor boy and his tiny fairy bird had their adventure and lived a life full of happiness and wonder, all thanks to a magic vine that reached up to the heavens.